Okay, yep, you read the title. Ninjago Crystalized was good? Yep. And let me explain why. So, first off, for those of you that are not acquainted to me, my name is Dragon Gaming Kid for Gaming, and I rule this channel and this little dragon's kingdom. So, if you like this video or want to hear more stuff from me, maybe your opinion on Ninjago Crystalized isn't mine, and it's not going to be, but you want to kind of see what I still have, feel free to subscribe and like the video, and maybe even share it because I'm on the road to 500 subscribers that I want to hit this year. Even watching the video helps a lot, and I really do appreciate it. Alright, so let's get into Ninjago Crystalized. I thought personally the reuse of certain music tracks, like Zane's quote-unquote revival from Ninjago Rebooted, episode 34, The Titanium Ninja, was personally, that's probably one of my favorite parts about it. On top of that, kind of making callbacks, I wouldn't say reuse, making callbacks to the Weekend Whip, which was the theme song for all these years and has been remixed several times over the course of Ninjago's history, being key to the final battle this time. I really like it. On top of that, now, I love the callback to the final battle. Wu versus the Crystal King, the Overlord. He kind of lost that one because it wasn't meant for him to win it. It was basically supposed to be a direct parallel to the first Bijutsu Master. Wu is the first Bijutsu Master's son, and so is Garmadon. He quote-unquote defeated the Overlord, but never truly destroyed him. Now, Lloyd, on the other hand, has the power of the first Bijutsu Master, and it's not only both Oni, but Dragon as well. So it basically is a direct. He's pretty much the first Ninjutsu Master incarnate, if you will. But why do I think it's so good? Because I love the callbacks to the final battle. From everything to how the Overlord begins his attack again, to pretty much how he's pretty much situated in Ninjago City, like he was in the final battle, the Legacy of the Green Ninja. I really like that as well. Although it's not direct, he's not turning Overlord Dragon-y for his final battle, and it would be a shame if he did. I love the fact that him turning people into crystallized zombies was pretty much a direct parallel to him using darkness to turn people evil in the final battle. Now, another thing I really liked about the parallels is the Avenged Stone Warriors and how ninja were essentially powerless against them from the beginning. Now, if you remember at the beginning of season 2, the ninja were pretty powerless until they got the elemental blades, pretty powerless to the stone army. They had to kind of lay low, do stealth stuff. This time, their powers aren't going to work. So they don't really have to be stealthy. They just, well, it's not going to work. And these guys pretty much are the Garmatron, just through an army. Now, one of the things I really do like about it is, of course, the final battle itself. So, Lloyd is using the Golden Elemental Dragon to fight the Overlord in the Crystal King form. This is one of those callbacks I was talking about that closely resembles the final battle. And I thought it mimicked a lot of that fight. But there was only so much Crystal King can do, and he's not a giant dragon. There's also a point where I thought it mimicked the original final battle as well, where the Overlord originally would pretty much his giant dragon eats Lloyd. And that's how he loses. But this time, it wasn't exactly that way. I also like that the Overlord using the the Great Devourer as a servant of sorts. I also liked that. It does retcon a bunch of stuff that we know about Ninjago, but it makes sense to me at least. We're talking the embodiment of evil itself, and it's gotta have somebody to do it, plus the realization that hits her roommate that she's been working with somebody who pretty much killed her parents in season one, and she built his army for him and was completely faithful towards this dude. Just to find out he killed her parents and she blamed the ninja for it. That was great to see. That was awesome. Now, what would have made that scene even better had she met up with Pythor, and Pythor say something about it. Because Pythor in season one released Great Devourer, and that attack caused Hiramy's parents to die. That would have probably made that scene 10 times better. Now, Sensei Garmadon and or Master Garmadon, and the way he tries doing it this time, I think he does something similar in Rebooted, but not as harsh. And I just gotta say that Ninjago Crystalized as a whole. Now, at the end of it, it reminded me of Marchione a little bit, where everybody was kind of helping out, especially after this monastery was destroyed. But I also liked how some of the iconic Ninjago villains realized they're not going to be able to take over the city if there's no city left to take over. So you have to help the ninja out this time. That was one of my favorite parts about Ronin. Is yeah, he did it for money, but he also still had a good side to him. But you weren't gonna see that in front of Ninja for sure. Fuji Dev, I think, was probably one of the best things about that. And Ultraviolet, if her and Harumi had met again, I think it would have made Crystallize a little better for sure. But I'm talking about why Ninjago Crystallized was great. I love the elemental dragon, which had 4 heads, similar to Ultra, the Ultra Dragon from season 1. They make a callback to. They talk about how the elemental weapons combined together are very dangerous to hold. That is a reference to early Ninjago, and after Marchione, they really don't bring that up again. Which, honestly, to be fair, they really don't have anybody that at that point holds all 4 of them to be, bring it up again. In fairness, I do like how Aspira's character was now handled. I really love how she kind of had more of a redemption arc in a way. She wasn't screaming revenge every 20 seconds, for sure. And that was a big step up in our character. Her mind was still kind of on revenge, but it wasn't the only thing you heard her say, for sure. And I love how some of the ninja's biggest enemies, especially in recent Ninjago, in 1 and 2 from early Ninjago, kind of all combined together just to defeat the ninja. That was a pretty interesting concept. Basically, they departed, but better. Now, what else can I say about it? I've talked about the music. I've talked about the finale. Let's talk about the actual ending itself. Now, the song they uses was Inner Steel, a Sally song. Now, looking through the interwebs, I do kind of agree with some people on that one. The Ninjago Overture would have been a much better use for that particular scene, the really ending scene. And one thing I noticed, like, Sally's song was still good regardless. I'm not saying that because I hate Stylus Song. I think I have that one on repeat pretty often, but I honestly kind of like the fact that if they had used the overture, not only would it have been much more callbacks to the final battle, but it just probably would have fit a lot better. One thing I did notice, and I haven't really heard much people talk about it. The first words in Ninjago were spoken by Master, formerly Sensei Wu, and the last words in Ninjago were also said by Master Sensei Wu. So I'm for the rest of this, I'm just gonna call him Sensei Wu. Um, so and that's something I haven't really seen people talk about that much, honestly, and I kind of wish people did talk about that more. He talked first in Ninjago, and that was pretty much the last bit of it. We definitely haven't seen the end of Ninjago. We have Ninjago United to look forward to in 2023. But for our older fans, I think it was a heartwarming conclusion, especially since a lot of the older fans, they've grown up. Like, they still like Ninjago, they still like Lego, but we were little kids looking at the screen, kindergarten, first graders, and now, we're graduating high school, we're starting college, maybe we graduated college. We're not going to have as much time to watch Ninjago as we used to. So I think the Crystalized in itself was a good finale. And I think that's why Tommy Anderson said that was pretty bittersweet. Because I think he kind of knew that. Not only could he not be working on Ninjago forever, but us older fans have pretty much like stuck around since the very beginning. We're not going to be able to keep watching it as often as we used to. And one thing to note about Ninjago is it pretty much did progress with its fan base. So the fact that, Crystalized kind of ends it on a note is also a bittersweet note, is also a bittersweet end to us older Ninjago watchers as well. Like, we're still here and we're still going, we're still going like Ninjago, but like, you get my point. Let me see, what else can I really talk about? I mentioned earlier that the scene kind of reminded me of Marching Oni in my first take, realizing I had an audio issue. But it kind of reminds me more of Seatbound in that way. And I don't know, I haven't really seen that much other discussion on it. But that's kind of where I lie on it. And it's why I think Ninjago Crystalized is probably the best installment of Ninjago yet. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Like, dislike. I can't see that. So you can dislike all you want. It still just gives me attention so I can, roll the algorithm. Leave a comment. What did you think of Ninjago Crystalized in its finale? Did you think it was a good one? Did you think it was a bad one? Are you going to take up your pitchfork and yell at me in the comment section? I'd love to see that too. If you like this type of content, the commentaries, or we talk about Ninjago and Legos in general, much less gaming or anime or whatever else I feel like talking about, feel free to drop a subscribe. Feel free to stay tuned for more videos. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you all for watching.